So it was supposed to be 5 of us, and we lost Sarah. Sarah is a teacher who is teaching virtually and just went back to school this week. And aside from all of the struggles that come with being a teacher, let alone virtually right now, I understood why she didn't want to spend another hour on some sort of Zoom chat. So she is excused.
Whereas this is like your favorite because you don't ever get to Zoom chat, Sean.
This is honestly like why this whole series of live videos exists. It's like, I feel like if we make it live, it'll be easier to get people to agree to do it. So thank you.
Like you have this microphone and now you got to use it.
Right? I can only put so many episodes on my podcast that no one listens to before I start to feel like this was a bad purchase. By means of introduction, let's go around the horn and say who we are.
Oh, I like that. Oh, we're live. Look at this.
Yeah, we're live. Oh,
hello to the people of the internet.
Hello, internet. I'm Sean. If you're watching this, it's probably because I bothered you about it. That's my whole intro.
That's it. All right.
Nikki.
I didn't come prepared. I'm Nikki. I make video games, and I'm gonna do horribly at this game tonight.
And you and I know each other because we went to grade school together.
That's correct. We went to grade school together way back in the day. I actually taught Sean how to play guitar. So,
that's true. We started with Sweet Home Alabama. That's a true story. And I still have the yellow Dunlop pick that I stole from you. I still have that guitar pick, my first guitar pick.
And we'll just say it didn't take long for the student to grossly surpass the master in this case.
Which was not true in our ninja pursuits. Hillary, who are you?
I'm Hillary. I'm a Gemini. I don't know what else to say. What else do you want to know?
I mean, Gemini kind of covers it, I think.
Yeah. I live in California.
As a Gemini, expect the unexpected. Maybe not, though.
Right. I work in person still, so I very rarely get to Zoom call except for with my friends occasionally. So this is just a real treat. Happy to be here.
Well, welcome. And you and I know each other because we played Frisbee together.
Yeah, I used to live in St. Louis, and I'm a recovering Ultimate player.
Yeah, all of us.
Literally.
Both physically and emotionally. Actually, I have a broken foot right now.
Ooh.
So
I'm so sorry. This is a good time to have a broken foot in Ultimate, though, because there is no Ultimate.
Because there is none, yeah.
What do you guys think is the best Ultimate slang you can throw at me right now as a non-Ultimate person? Like,
I would say my Scoober's pretty good.
What's your Scoober, Sean?
Hillary.
It's like a type of throw.
Oh, you've got a good Scoober.
Yeah, I've got a good Scoober. And my Thumber's even better than my Scoober, but Thumber's not quite as cool of a lingo word as Scoober.
No.
I might go with not a puller, and you'd think like, oh, maybe he has a girlfriend or something, but no.
Yeah. All these are starting to sound more and more like sexual euphemisms the more you guys say them. Thumber, not a puller, Scoober. I don't know what's going on, guys.
Oh, Ultimate Frisbee.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. You're talking about something else.
Nick,
I like telling people to be chilly. Be chilly.
I like that.
Oh, well, yeah. So I knew there was another Nick in here, so I had to throw on the S. But I am friends with Hillary. We met playing Frisbee. And Nikki, I don't make video games, but I play a lot of them, and I do work in the industry. So now I'm really curious where you work and what your job is. So we can talk about that later.
Yeah, what if we don't even play the game and we all just get to know each other and become best friends?
You know, that might be what happens because we've made the game so ridiculously difficult.
Who's that?
This is Lady B. She wanted to come sit in my lap, so I thought I'd show her to you guys like Simba.
One day, this Zoom call will be yours, Lady B.
We have 6 people watching. Just wait to see this dog. It's gonna double.
You can see on your screens. You can see the comments, so I can throw these on.
Allison is my former co-captain of our club team, Filthy Gorgeous.
She is my current co-cap. Well, she's my captain. I'm the assistant to the captain of Parched Ultimate. Jeffrey Hansen is also here in the comments. He says, hello.
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 Wow, Nick, should we invite our friends to watch? Hold on, let me send BJ and Anna the link. Those are our only 2 friends.
No, you should send it to.
I'll send it to the whole. I'll send it to the whole
everyone.
chat.
I would send it to my friend, but Nick's already here. But so to quickly explain the rules to both our own selves and to the 6 people watching, this game will consist of 3 rounds, all of them subject to change without notice because we are figuring this out. And as we conceptualize the game, turns out it was a very bad way of doing it. So basically that is number 1. Round 1 is going to be some ridiculously specific prompts that have a pun in mind. And our theme this evening will be movies from 2000 to 2010. Dane, my buddy Dane is here. He's only watching for the dog. Lady B's got fans. Can you get her own camera?
Oh my god.
Lady B, show him your eyes, Lady B. Look at him in the camera, Lady B.
Never look Lady B in the eyes.
So without further ado, check this out. I made an intro, and it took me about 4 minutes to make this, including the time to compress it and upload it. Ladies and gentlemen, PUNsolicited.
Oh man, that was great, Sean.
All right.
You might have to like play it a couple more times for me to catch everything, but I liked what I saw so far.
I think that's part of my hook in bringing people back is they're just going to want to see that intro again to really start to dive through it. I'm sure our Reddit is just going to fill up with like identifying those things and suggestions for new ones for the updated version. And then furthermore, if we want to be specific, I have this to offer us all as well.
In round 1, players will take turns sharing a prompt for a predetermined pun and letting the other players come up with their best guess. Correct guesses get 5 points. Guesses better than the original will be worth 50 points.
Whoa!
Right? That happened last night at like 11 p.m. Jesse was very, very generous. I was going to ask my friend Vani, who's a voiceover artist in London and who has a fantastic thick British accent, but
Jesse could be a voiceover artist. That was
I
really
asked her
good.
to do it with a British accent too.
No, she did not.
But that was me also getting more mileage out of the microphone.
No, yeah, she sounded great. I presume the only reason she turned it down is because she didn't know which British accent you wanted her to do it in, so she just defaulted back to English, American accent.
Right, probably.
Yeah. And that's my bad on the I lacked direction.
Yeah. It's cogni or death. That's what we say.
Jeff Hansen asked, was that Allison's Gray voice? And I'm assuming because of the delay, he commented this before we said it was Jesse. But to answer your question, no, it was not Allison's voice. Well, let's get into it. We have some ridiculously specific prompts for puns. And
I got notes.
Yeah, and we'll see how close we can get. Who wants to start? I don't have like a cool sizzle for each of our names or anything. I thought about doing that. Like every time somebody gets one right or something else flashes on screen. Didn't get that far. Sorry.
All right.
I was so busy writing that one email.
I'm happy to do one. We could probably do one and then
let's
go around the horn. How's that sound?
Kick it. I love it.
All right. Okay. So my first one, and Sean, do you preface? I guess
there are no rules. If you're asking me for something, I don't have an answer yet.
All right. Okay. So here's the first prompt. A Carmen Sandiego spinoff stars Javier Bardem as a psychopath with a funny haircut as he attempts to steal London's most famous clock.
Now, let's take a moment and unpack this because the whole, like, what we told each other was going to be the whole basis of the show is like we'd come up with a prompt and then people would guess as to like what's what's a funny answer to this? But the problem was we were all so hyper specific that there's only going to be one answer that really satisfies this. And so I don't know about Nick and Hillary, but as I went through some of these, I had nothing. So hopefully we can combine our wits and reverse engineer some of these things. But Javier Bardem, I'm going No Country for Old Men, is probably involved as a psychopath with a funny haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ben is the most famous clock.
Okay.
And that led me to something like, where in the country is Big Ben? Like Carmen Sandiego, Big Ben Diego. I that's as close as I could get.
See,
are there things I'm missing?
I just went for No Country for Big Ben.
That works.
And
I
that
had
was
no idea.
That was what I had. No Country for Big Ben. That is correct. Nick S., you win at least one golden star, if not a brownie point.
Wait. Just every time.
That music's great.
Uh,
What do you like? That seems like it's from a male stripper. Like every time I hear it, I imagine a male stripper in my.
yeah,
good.
that's
good.
in my world of video production. I have no shortage of stock music just hanging around for different moods, and that was for I did a documentary about male strippers, and that was what we used. It was a personal project. Hillary,
My turn?
yeah, throw us
All
a
right.
prompt.
Let me open up my notes here.
Do you have a notebook? Is that what you held up earlier?
Yeah, I have a notebook. Well, didn't you say to have something to write our answers on?
I did. That was before I abandoned that without telling anyone.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll start with my personal favorite. This is should I start? I'll start with one I sent you guys. All right, we'll go easy.
Oh yeah, full disclosure, we sent each other some of our pun prompts because of how ridiculously hard they were. We thought we would give ourselves a head start rather than have a whole video of us being like,
All right, here's one. In 1960s Baltimore, a young woman with Hollywood ambitions finds Jesus at the salon.
So I think I got this one.
I don't think I got it. Can I guess first?
Sure.
My guess was the Fashion of the Christ. That's as close as I could get.
Whoa.
But I feel
That's
like,
much funnier than mine.
but that's not really salon specific, and it has nothing to do with Baltimore, which I couldn't put in. Are the wheels turning there, Nick?
Nick's figuring it out in real time. I like this.
Okay, so like a barbershop or a beauty salon. I remember there was that movie with Queen Latifah that I think was called Beauty Salon. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it came out in 2000s. But the Baltimore is throwing me off.
What you got, Nikki?
So the movie Hairspray takes place in Baltimore, and so I went with Hair Prey.
Ooh.
That was it.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh wait, hang on. Sorry.
Yeah, if I don't get one of those, if I get one right and I don't get one of those, I'm gonna be sad.
All right.
I was thinking for just a moment, could I quickly edit another one that would be a celebratory? But I think that's too much work to do.
You said you did the last one in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but 5 minutes of live YouTube time is the equivalent of 2 years.
Eternity. Yeah.
Well, we can host for a while, Sean. Our mics are decent.
Oh,
Yes.
my friend Adrian has joined us. Shout out to Adrian, Berkeley, California.
I should say, if anyone, including Adrian or Dane, and anybody who's in here, if you have any guesses as to what the answer is, please throw them in the comments.
Help us out. It's interactive.
Yeah,
Isn't there a delay though, Sean?
there is, but it's like 7 seconds. It's just long enough to be a problem.
Okay.
I can throw one of mine out here.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do it. Sure.
Let's see. I wrote 8 of them, and I don't know which 4 I sent. Okay, I'll go. This historical thriller tells the story of how an Italian painter was pressured into something he didn't really want to do?
Mine is so bad. Mine is so bad.
My first thought with that was the Da Vinci Code is the movie. And
I'm going poker face as hard as I can here.
The only
I don't
thing
want to be
I
like,
can
yeah,
think of is
that's right.
that I couldn't think of like anything in particular that Da Vinci might be peer pressured into doing, but I thought maybe his bros had pressured him into something, so I thought maybe the Da Vinci Bros.
It's a decent guess. Not what I was going for, but it's in the ballpark.
I'll take it.
When you see what I'm going for, you'll realize that it's a low bar. It's a low bar for entry that we risk tripping over.
Okay, Italian, something you didn't want to do. What about the Italian slog? Mark Wahlberg.
I like.
Italian
Yeah,
job.
I was thinking. Forgot about the Italian job.
So I guess that wasn't in.
No, that was not my answer. Nikki, you got it?
No, mine, I definitely didn't get this one. It was so bad. And like the best I come up with was so awful that I feel even embarrassed saying it on the show.
Watch it be right. On
I had
the
to,
show.
The stories that we're presenting right now. So I had the Da Vinci Code as well. And then I had nowhere to go with that. And the best I came up with was Da Vinci doesn't like doing physical labor, manual labor, so maybe they made him mow the lawn, hence the Da Vinci Mode.
Oh, I like that.
That's good. That's good. That's close.
That's funny.
It was more general. It was just the Da Vinci Goad.
GOAT? Yeah, never would have gotten there.
Well,
It was great. It was great, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you. We're in store for some gems tonight. Nick, what you got?
Okay. Once I got the prompts, I feel like I'm pretty happy with mine.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, after being defeated by a librarian and a death row inmate on bail, a mummy is once again resurrected from the dead, but instead of trying to take over the world, he discovers a newfound love of cannabis and decides to kind of just chill.
By the way, as a log line, I'm an investor. I'm in for whatever movie this is. It seems like a blockbuster. For this one, I was on like The Mummy Returns, and the thought of being defeated by a librarian was like returns his books. There was something in that for me of like the Mummy returns his books and avoids late fees, but I have a feeling I'm not close.
I thought that maybe that was the actual plot of the movie because I couldn't really remember what
Was it all
about.
just a clue to get us to the mummy?
Yeah. So I came up with the Mummy Burns.
Hillary, you got it.
It
is The Mummy Burns.
I had.
Is that really what the movie's about?
It's like the original movie. You're right. Like Evie is a librarian, and Rick O'Connell is an ex-death row inmate.
Just for clarification, are those the names of the actors or the characters in the film, Nick?
The characters. Oh,
I'm so glad that you were able to bring up the character names from The Mummy Returns because that is just makes me happy.
Oh, I love that. I love that series so much. It was like the first real adventure movie I remember when I was a kid. It was my generation's Indiana Jones, I feel like.
Oh, that's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the generation where Nicolas Cage's National Treasure is their Indiana Jones. I also feel bad that I hate that movie. I'm sorry that I like that movie.
I'll get your character names from that one. Benjamin Gates, Nicolas Cage.
And his...
Interesting.
Sean, I think you could play his sidekick,
Riley?
actually.
I know.
Yeah, Riley. You could be Riley.
I've been told I look like Riley Poole. That's something I live with every day.
So I want to offer my guesses for the previous one as well, given that it's already been exposed what it was. I had the Mummy Reburns as one of my things, but I was like, that just seems like Reburns is like, are you burning the mummy or the wrappings of the mummy burning? And so, I just decided to go with The Mummy Reefers.
Oh, that's good too.
And then seeing as I live in Colorado, which is a state that's very well known for its cannabis industry, I decided to write a little tagline for it. And it was, "This mummy's gonna go nuts, getting glazed like donuts." Is where I thought it would really hit it home for the smoking folk.
I'm doubling my investment.
I'm opening a theme donut shop to capitalize.
And we'll figure out how to have Jeep make a custom Jeep for the occasion.
We're gonna need sneakers too.
You guys want to rock another round of this highly derivative prompt?
Oh yeah. You go back to me. We're going back around the horn.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This futuristic coming-of-age comedy stars Tom Cruise playing a frat president as he uses enslaved bald freaks in a swimming pool to determine when the perfect date in the future is to throw parties with neighboring Greek all-women's sisterhoods.
I feel like saying freak in a movie description is somehow bigoted. Like, that's just not PC.
And I'm not gonna lie, I stole that language straight out of John Oliver's mouth when he was describing Minority Report the other day. So, you like that, Sean?
I like that. Well, you led me straight to my guess as you stumbled on it. My guess was Sorority Report.
Oh, that's great.
That was my guess too.
Nick?
I didn't have a guess.
Okay.
Just say it was your guess.
I do like Sorority Report a lot.
That's correct. That is correct.
Wait, hang on. I clicked away. Here we go. So good.
I really like it.
All right. Should we do a round where we all do our hardest one to guess? Or what we think is the hardest one to guess?
Yeah, go for that. Swing for the fences.
All right. I got one for you that I'm really proud of, but I'll just be really surprised if anyone gets it. All right. 4 time travelers record a Grammy-winning hip-hop album out of the bathroom of the city's most popular nightlife venue.
I think I have this one.
Do you really?
Okay.
I think I'm very close. So I'll bat clean up on this one. But
Can we say it once more just so that all the viewers can get a good listen?
Yeah, for the
it's
viewers,
short.
if you want to take notes.
Yeah.
4 time travelers record a Grammy-winning hip-hop album out of the bathroom of the city's most popular nightlife venue. Which, if anybody also is an SNL fan, I feel like that really works as a Stefan sketch too.
Yeah. They got throw up music
Nick
there.
and Nikki.
I was all goose egg on this one. I was totally lost.
I'm reading it over, Hillary. I got nothing so far.
Any guesses what the movie is?
Time traveling in the
I got
2000s.
so stuck trying to figure out which clues were pointing to the movie and which clues were pointing to the pun.
Yeah,
and like I kept getting hung up. On the nightlife venue being an important part of the film's actual plot. And I was like, I just kept thinking about Studio 54, but that was before 2000. I was like, so I couldn't get off of that. And then I'm trying to think of what other paths I went down before I was like, this isn't working for me.
I'm going to throw out real quick before anything. If you're watching and you have a guess as to what Hillary's going for,
oh yeah,
throw it in the comments. Let's get it noisy in there.
Like and subscribe.
And with the 7 seconds delay. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Can we guess the movie as to get a clue?
Do you want me to tell you like what the movie clue is?
Well, I think Sean has it.
Sean
believes he has it.
My guess.
I want to hear it from you.
Is the Pot Club Rhyme Machine?
Okay, you're really close.
I was gonna go just Hot Club Rhyme Machine, but the fact that they're in the bathroom makes me want to put them on the pot instead of. So it's Hot Tub Time Machine.
Okay.
I didn't know that came out in that decade.
But
it
would be Pot Club Rhyme Machine to put them as hip
That's
hop
really good.
artists.
You're very,
And on
very
the
close
toilet.
with that. You're very, very close.
What am I missing?
You're using the wrong word for toilet in the wrong part of the name.
Yeah, this is that pressure that we talked about being awful to watch.
Toilet.
Your first guess was closer about the hot club.
Hot club. Is his rhyme part of it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Club rhyme machine.
hot club rhyme machine.
Another name for toilet. I
Just play
5,
music, Sean. Sean, play the music.
4, 3.
sorry.
All right. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, we're ready.
It was the hot club rhyme latrine.
Oh, man! That is so incredible.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That's the current winner in my book.
That's like,
How did none of us think of latrine right there?
Yeah.
3 men.
I was stuck on the hot. I was trying to think of another. What do you call it? The hot. What do you call it? What was the first thing you said, Sean?
I said the pot club rhyme
Yeah.
machine.
So I was stuck on trying to make pot be a toilet because I thought the pot was the toilet pun that was incorrect. So I
Yeah.
was stuck on that.
Yeah. I was then I couldn't come up with anything for toilet and machine, but latrine right there. Is it me?
Yeah. Get at it.
Your most difficult.
I'm gonna say this is a nautical period piece
Oh, yeah.
about Oprah's dark leather handbag.
I have an answer. I have an answer. I was happy to just have an answer. Say it again for the. This is a good one because this is really short.
This is a nautical period piece about Oprah's dark leather handbag. I think I could shorten it by removing dark. It could just be Oprah's leather handbag. Dark doesn't need to be in there.
Oh man.
I feel like there's a piece of pop culture history about Oprah's handbags that I should know.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, there isn't, and you don't.
I also had a similar thought. I was like, is there some branded or
you guys
styled
don't
handbag?
remember Oprah's leather handbag? It's like classic.
Yeah, you get a bag, and you get a bag, and you get a bag. I have an answer, so I'll let Hillary and Nick. You guys can.
I had nothing. I gotta
Me
say, Sean was the only one I had no guesses for, any of his.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. If anybody in the crowd, in our growing crowd, we're up to 11. That's unprecedented. If anyone has a guess as to what possible pun movie would be the nautical period piece about Oprah's leather handbag, and all of these are movies between 2000 and 2010. I believe I'm going for one in 2009, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh. What was happening in 2009?
Well, we were all getting our driver's licenses.
Were we?
Anything?
I spent a lot of time on this one, by the way. A lot of time.
Yeah, Nikki, what you
Nikki,
got?
give us
I
what you got.
Okay.
So-
I feel like I watched you lose confidence when I made a comment a moment ago.
So I initially was stuck on this one, and I was thinking it's got to be some Master and Commander reference, and I couldn't get anywhere. I kept thinking, and then eventually I was like, started thinking about other films from that era, and I got to like the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, and then I was like, I think it might have something to do with it because one of them I knew, or something about their boat was called like the Black Pearl or something like that. And so it was dark leather handbags. I thought I was like on a good line. And so then I had actually to look up the name of the film. And what I came to by the end of it was the original movie name is Pirates of the Caribbean and the Curse of the Black Pearl. Oh, no, the Curse of the Black Pearl. And what I came to was Pirates of the Caribbean and the Purse of the Black Girl. Is that it? Is that it? No way! Oh my God!
Okay, so I thought of that one too, and then I thought Oprah's not just any black girl. Okay, Oprah's Oprah.
Finding the right person for
Oprah's
that
more
was
significant.
difficult.
Not to mention, Curse of the Black Pearl was like 2001.
Counts.
Was it?
I think so.
My bad then.
Wait,
I didn't get it. I didn't get it anyway. So it doesn't matter.
So many movie details over the past few days that it's all beginning to blur.
So you were just saying he said it was 09 and you're telling him it's 01. That's what you're telling him, Nick. You're correcting his.
Well, I was like, oh, I'm thinking Pirates of the Caribbean. So maybe it was like at World's End, like the last one of that trilogy they did.
Yeah, my bad then on that misleading clue.
Oh, I didn't have it anyways. That was a great pun.
Why?
And it was 2003. Confirmed.
Why? I was so Sean, I want to say I was confused by dark leather handbag. I was also confused by leather handbag. I didn't know why either one of those things were necessary to get the purse of the black girl. Why did it have to be dark and leather? Why were those two?
That's why I corrected myself.
You said you removed dark and you kept leather in. Why was leather necessary?
I don't know. It's
a nice handbag. It's Oprah.
Otherwise a handbag could just be a canvas tote. And it's definitely not going to be Pirates of the Caribbean canvas tote of the black girl.
I was playing with clutch and tote in my head to try and figure out where puns were going before I even got there. So,
as I think about these live streams, there's something heavy about the fact that there's people watching right now, and these are minutes of their life that we are consuming, and that's a responsibility. But if beyond that, I know that there have been minutes of your week leading up to this that you've done research and poured over. How can you fit the word clutch into a Pirates of the Caribbean title?
Man.
That's a new level of guilt for me.
This brings me to another pun that I came up with while I was pouring over this that seems relevant, although it didn't fit into any of the categories we've talked about, but just like a general pandemic pun that fits into our 2000 to 2010 movie theme is 500 Days of Bummer.
Ooh, the timing might work out too if we're on the right track.
Vote, everybody.
So anyway, people got time on their hands. All of that to say.
Yeah.
I like that political slip you just put in there. That's true. That's how minutes work.
Nick, you got your hardest one?
All right. I don't think you guys are going to get this one. Not because it's like extremely good, just because it's kind of a stretch. Okay. A group of overweight would-be juveniles form a pact to each lose 20% of their body weight by adhering to a strict regimen of sand exercises and an onion and peach-based diet.
I think I got this one.
You really?
Really? Because this is one where, again, I didn't know which elements were the movie, which were the pun. I didn't know, like, I was looking at onion and peach, and I'm like, what? It's not like fruits because one's an onion and one's a peach. It's not, it's so spread that it's a beautiful, beautiful prompt. Also, I don't know what a would-be juvenile is. Is that a child that's not a child?
These are so fun to write because I feel like all you need is like a couple keywords to just like bring back a wave of nostalgia. And I feel like, Hillary, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Just because I know you.
So I have no guess. Nikki, if you have anything, go for it. Otherwise.
So since I don't know it, I think I should go before you, Hillary, I think, right? So that we can get the baddies out of the way first. So I had this one and immediately I was like stuck. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe it's like a Superbad reference. Like Superbad, I think, came out during that time and it was about juveniles, would-be juveniles trying to do their best. And then I started looking at this like onion and peach sand workout. And I was like, what is this? Like some sort of weird cleanse exercise. And I was like, I don't know what this is. And so I actually Googled like onion and peach to see if there was like a term for like some dish that involved onion and peach. And this like Vidalia radish or like relish came up. And I was like, what is this?
Sounds
like,
good.
am I like, and so anyway, all brings back to, I don't know. I think it's super bad. And so the best I came up with was super fat.
Or super Vidalia.
It's not super fat. If you just dug a couple layers deeper into that rabbit hole you were going into, I think you would have got
Was
it.
that an onion joke? Was that another onion joke?
Was a Shrek joke.
It was an unintended onion
An
joke.
onion-tended joke.
Just peeled back a few more layers. Hillary, let's hear it.
Hillary,
All right. So those clues all led me to the book and movie Holes, where juvenile delinquents dig holes all day.
Yep.
And I think they eat onions because there's something where they have to eat raw onions. And
if they find out that if they have like onions, the scent of onions in them, then they don't get bit by the lizards.
Ah, yes. And then I remember when they have flashbacks into the history of the area, the lady whose name I don't remember, but she's played by Patricia Arquette. She makes spiced peaches. And they dig up a bunch of jars of spiced peaches. Anyway, so the workout thing, I think the pun is swoles.
Swoles? Oh man. Oh god. Okay, so now I'm in a
Is that better than the one that you came up with?
I feel like Hillary's is better than the one I came up with. Because I came up with #goals.
I thought of goals too.
But I kind of like swoles more, especially because it's closer to holes.
Just the road it takes to travel to get from #goals into this prompt is just such a beautiful journey. And not being that familiar with holes, I'm like Nick, I'm trying to assign things to onion and peach, not knowing that that's just confirming the root
It's just
of the
part
pun.
of the story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shia LaBeouf.
I was going to say, isn't that Shia LaBeouf's first major starring film too?
Yeah,
I've never actually seen that movie, but I'm familiar with it.
Same.
it's great.
Yeah,
Great
so
book,
I didn't know about
Great
the spiced
book, yeah.
peaches or Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
But
You know,
then again-
And the guy who plays, this is like related to my personal knowledge of Sean's life, but the guy who plays Charlie in The West Wing is also in the movie.
Boulay Hill?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's the beneficiary of some spiced peaches, and then there's romance.
Ooh.
The beneficiary of some spiced peaches already sounds like romance.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
It is. The air quality is really bad here.
Jesse and I just took the time to map out our schedule. We happen to be finishing season 6 of The West Wing. We just finished it.
I know. I
Meaning
get a
that
lot
we're-
of late night texts about it.
Yeah. But season 7 is the election, and so we timed it out
Ugh.
in our calendar so that we can watch this and lead up to, so that we will watch the election part 1 and 2 episodes the week of the actual November election this year. It's going to be
Sounds
exciting.
Speaking of #goals,
Yeah. West
That's
Wing,
what's
it's
up.
serious. Do you guys want to proceed to round 2?
Oh yeah.
yeah. Wait, I have one more that I just want to discuss because I think Nikki and I made the same pun but came up with 2 dramatically different descriptions.
I'm
of
so
Really?
glad you brought that up because, yeah,
Hold on. I didn't. How could I have? Because I totally did not get it. Yours then.
may
because I
I?
think my description was bad.
Can Nick and I read them?
Yeah,
Oh my god! I know what yours is now.
So,
I was really excited about that.
so Nikki's prompt is his number 4, which reads, "This Pixar animated horror tragedy features a clownfish who finds himself in a Ron John Silver's fish stick packing plant, a real tearjerker." And Nick, do you want to read
It was my first
Hillary's
prompt.
number 1?
Yeah. An aquatic coming-of-age tale about a kid discovering his sexuality at a middle school dance.
Just leave this one in the comments for a couple minutes, and we'll.
Maybe we should have
see.
not say the answer and move on and give the answer later.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
let's let
know
the
the
people
common
guess.
answer to both of those prompts, throw it in the comments. Well, if we're moving around too, I've got good news.
Yes.
Round 2 is a lightning round. Players will come up with puns based on the same general prompt. Good answers are worth 10 points. Great answers are worth 25 points.
Now would be a good time to review all of our point standings.
Yeah, that's a great point.
We'll put those on screen. Is that showing up? Do you guys see it?
Yep.
No.
That's weird.
Yep.
Okay, well, maybe it's because I didn't do anything.
Oh, I see him. You guys don't see
Oh,
him?
yeah. Okay, I got him.
I still don't see him.
Weird.
Yeah, it must be a problem on your end and not the fact that no one's kept score or definitely made any assets to put it on the screen. So what I was thinking for this one as we figure this game out live is, by the way, I'm just going to throw that there for a second as the guesses come in. So the first round is romantic comedies about health issues. Is our broad pun. And again, this is within movies from 2000 to 2010. And so I thought we would do just a quick prompt and then reveal it if there's no guess. We don't have to all go around making a guess on each of these prompts, but just sort of to explain what it is before we say it. And if it's that obvious, hop in. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
I can begin this time. And actually, this is one of my prompts that I sent to you guys. This is a romantic comedy that explores the medically recommended process for addressing eye irritation with a regimen lasting almost 2 weeks.
Okay, I think I know what the movie is, and I have part of it.
What you got? It's
I
lightning
think-
round.
I think it's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and I think it's how to do something with an eye in 10 days. But I couldn't think of anything that fits in.
I was going for how to lose a sty in 10 days.
Oh.
I just had How to Lose an Eye in 10 days. It was like the medically recommended.
Cut it out.
Just remove it. How to Lose an Eye in
A
10 days.
spoon.
Take it out.
10 days to do that. Jeez.
It's
It's
a
a
torture
long
film.
10 days.
Yeah, it's a torture film.
It's the sequel to Saw.
Yeah. Oh, like Saw.
That's
Nice.
good. I like that. Nick, why don't you go? We'll go. Is everyone's screen in the same orientation? We'll go counterclockwise.
Yeah, he's counterclockwise to me as well. I don't have one for all of these. I'm gonna.
That's fine.
I don't have descriptions. I just came up with funny puns.
Right. The description on that one
Just
I already
pass
happen to
the
have,
list.
but the rest
Okay.
of them I don't.
Wait, so mine has to be a romantic comedy?
A romantic comedy about a health issue.
Uh-oh.
Did this make it to you? The system's collapsing.
Oh, okay.
Play the
Well,
music. Play the music.
this isn't exactly a romantic comedy, but there is romance involved.
Oh, God.
Go on.
Okay, it's a dramedy. We'll go with that. Okay. A woman, 8 months pregnant, is forced to take up wrestling when her job as an au pair falls through after moving to Osaka.
What?
I'm trying to combine.
This is one I didn't write out earlier. It's one of my secret ones,
And this is somehow related to health, I guess, with the pregnancy.
arguably.
I'm it could be, the case could be made in a pinch.
I'll read it. I'll read it again. Make sure to try to pick out some key notes here.
Man, I hope that all of yours end up being holes. All of them just end up being different puns on them.
Oh, I forgot a phrase. A woman who eats peaches.
Okay.
And onions.
Now I get it.
Okay, a woman, 8 months pregnant, is forced to take up wrestling when her job as an au pair falls through after moving to Osaka.
Japanese au pair nanny. 28 days later.
The key phrase, just to help you think of what movie it might be, is a pregnant woman. I guess
Comedy.
honestly.
The Way of the Gun.
No.
That's one of the best opening sequences of any movie of all time. Is
That's
Way
like the
of
only
Gun.
movie I
Okay,
can think about
well-
that features a pregnant woman throughout the whole film.
This will help too. If she took up wrestling in Osaka, what kind of wrestling?
Sumo.
Sumo.
Okay, so a woman, 8 months pregnant,
Uh-huh.
She's forced to take up wrestling
Sumo
when her
Pro.
job as an au pair falls through after moving to Osaka.
Yeah. You're going to
I
have
got
to spill it,
nothing.
man.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But the crowd might get it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Okay.
and the
I'm gonna
people-
fill a little dead air here. That gives people a chance.
Do you have a prompt, Nikki, in the meanwhile?
That fits this paradigm? No.
You don't have anything for romantic comedies about health?
I don't think so. No.
Hillary, what you got?
All right. I don't know. I'm making up these prompts on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Waiting for Sumo.
this one's about an underestimated young sorority girl who goes to law school but then loses her vision.
Legally blind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Well, in the spirit of lightning round, I say we crank through as many. Was it waiting for Sumo?
No, okay, so the movie it was based on was Juno, and the pun is just sumo.
Your one-word puns are fantastic. Sumo and goals. I have 4 more in this category.
Okay.
There's a girl in a love triangle who's having some issues with her bowels.
Like moving stool.
Yeah,
Oh, bowel.
bowels. Sorry.
In a love triangle.
Wait, is that the prompt?
That's the whole prompt. Where maybe she would record these bowel movements in a journal.
I would love to see you pitching this. To
Okay.
Room of
It's,
Suits.
Bridget Jones's
Oh, you're right there.
Oh,
diarrhea. Okay, I have a bowel movement one too.
Oh no.
Let's have it.
All right, this one's about a woman who gets unexpectedly pregnant and then she cannot move her stool.
Is it It's Constipated? Is there a movie called It's
No,
Complicated?
that's good though.
Clogged up.
Clogged up. Yeah, like knocked up.
Yeah, mine was blocked up.
Blocked up. Block's better than you think. Blocked.
This is a Ben Stiller movie where he starts getting some little fatty growths on his rectum.
Something about hemorrhoids.
This is Along Came Polyps.
Oh, there you go. Polyps or not, Along Came Polly is an underrated film. If people want to talk badly on it, I will fight that. That's a good one.
No one's talking bad about it.
I know.
We just added some bumps.
Hold on.
My PSA is movie's great. Philip Seymour Hoffman makes the film. Must watch.
I've been told that before.
You've never seen it?
No, I have seen it, but to stand so firmly for it, my buddy David is a huge fan. This is my mom commenting the word diarrhea with the headshot to go with it.
She looks great in that picture.
I'm just gonna screenshot this real quick
Yeah.
for my own.
This
Hillary,
is so
Allison had a guess for you. It looks like.
I like that.
Somebody got Along Came Polyps on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Or we
I
just
got
can't tell
another
because of
one.
the delay, and they're just typing it after we say it.
I got another one. I'm not 100% sure on the historical accuracy of this one, but let's go with it. This is where Jason Segel travels to Hawaii to get over his ex-girlfriend, who then unfortunately gets tuberculosis. And so they have, or maybe it's the plague, I'm not sure. She gets some bad old-timey disease, consumption.
Is this bloodletting Sarah Marshall?
Some bad old-timey disease is a sweet band name.
Tuberculosis or maybe the plague.
And then she followed it up with consumption. It just is tuberculosis, isn't it?
It is tuberculosis, right? Yeah, I think so. All right, those are my good ones.
That one's really good. I like Bloodletting Sarah Marshall a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The only other two I had were pretty weak. It was the terminal illness. Kind of low-hanging fruit there.
The movie's also great.
I'll just read you my other ones. I had Glove, actually. I work in a medical center, so gloves are a big thing.
Wait, do you not have a prompt for that?
No, I don't have a prompt. I also don't have a prompt for music and earaches. Or, oh no, those are the only others I didn't tell. Oh, Bridget Jones's dialysis.
Ripe for parody. I didn't know how to do a pun, but it was just definitely maybe cancer.
Oh.
So more of a bad diagnosis than anything.
Definitely maybe COVID.
Next category in lightning round is action movies about food or recipes, some sort of mashup there. Anybody want to lead off here? Are Hillary and I the only ones who have lists for this?
I did prep, guys.
I got a couple for this one. So I would do one of mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can make a quick prompt for it. Daniel Craig learns how to cook with lots and lots of meats and essential acids.
Amino Royale.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yes!
Wait, sorry, I got. Oops. There we go. It's 2 clicks away.
You got to fix that for next time.
Yeah, I know. I have to choose between monitoring the chat or being able to throw that on screen at a moment's notice.
You gotta set something up on your phone, like a button on your phone or something.
That's not a bad call.
Allison likes Along Came Polyps the best.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I have this is a Bruce Willis sequel about it's an Easter celebration in a Bruce Willis sequel.
Is that the prompt?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's live free or die hard-boiled eggs.
That's funny.
I also have this is a Mexican a dessert with Mexican roots that you can make in 1 minute.
I think I got this one too. This was on my list. Flan in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something in that movie for sure.
Isn't flan in your video you play with the music, Sean?
Yeah,
Play it.
there
Let's
is a
look.
flan.
Let's look.
If the
1
crowd
click,
wants
2
it.
click.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang
Wu-Tang flan.
Wu-Tang flan. Yeah, there it is.
Although I feel like that one's not as good because it's like Wu-Tang flan.
Yeah,
So you'd have to
someone
say that.
doesn't
It's
know.
not how it gets pronounced.
What's funny is that one of my prompts involved a Wu-Tang Clan member as well. And when I saw the Wu-Tang flan, I thought that was quite humorous that I had a Wu-Tang Clan movie.
Yeah.
Related movie.
There's so many members. There's a rhyme for
Yeah, I
everything.
had to look up the members to figure that
Did
one
you-
out.
That's
I
a
mean, I
fun,
tried to-
that's a
I
fun
tried to
trip
go
through Wikipedia right there.
I tried to go with the most famous. Although you could argue he might be the second most famous in my mind. Really, there's two. Nick, who are the most famous Wu-Tang Clan members? Were you about to throw it out there?
Oh no, I was thinking of another pun.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's have your pun. Then we'll go back. To
Okay, so I came up with this one just now. A man learns he must make a cake on a flight between New York and Boston.
Is it? No,
Is
I
it
don't know.
layover cake?
No.
Because Layer Cake is a movie in our time.
I have a cake one too. But I don't know what this
let's see
movie's
if I can make
about.
it a little better. A man is tasked with making a cake on his flight between New York and Boston.
All the same stuff he just said. we have no more information about
He
this.
said tasked this time.
Yeah.
Well, it's the lightning round.
Okay,
Let's
so
tell us.
I guess we'll just go it. Bakes on a plane.
Oh, Snakes on a Plane. There you go. Was that
That's
flight
good.
from New York to Boston? Was that Snakes on a Plane from New York to Boston?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think it was to LA.
Yeah, it just makes
Let's
the
get
time
into
more of a
this.
factor.
Let's get into this discussion.
Anyone can make a cake with that much time.
My only other weak offerings in this category were Dip Man instead of Ip Man.
Oh, Ip Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dip Man, Iron Man, but it's iron, like fortified.
I had a similar one. I did Iron Rich Bran.
I had the Matrix fully reloaded nachos.
Ooh, that
Not
sounds
impressive. And the food Born Illness, but like Jason Bourne.
Yeah. I like
okay. I got a few. I have one about that same Matt Damon movie, but it's fall and he gets lost at a pumpkin patch in a maze. It's a stretch. This isn't a good description.
Let's have it. Lightning round.
It's the Corn Identity.
that. Ooh.
Okay. There was another one that had mazes in it.
That was my prompt with Wu-Tang
Yeah,
Clan member, which
that
we're
was-
coming back to at some other point, Sean.
Yeah.
Are you just like casually holding up your what do you call that thing?
Oh, my Rubik's Cube?
Your Rubik's Cube. Just like, oh, I just fool around with a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
One-handed.
Not a big deal.
The only other one I had, I don't
Ooh,
know
see,
what
it's
this movie's
better.
about. I'm pretty
Done
sure this is the movie where Liam Neeson has to rescue his daughter by baking a cake.
How could you only be pretty sure about that? Bacon?
No, that works too, though. That's better than mine, actually. Oh, cool, Nikki. Smart
right?
guys.
All right, hang on a sec.
All right, bacon's better than the one bacon's better than mine.
Wait, what was yours?
Cakin.
Okay. Bacon with an apostrophe.
Kicking.
Anybody else got any in this?
I've got one. I'll give it as a prompt. I didn't write a prompt for it, but this is a movie, and I'll steal some of Nick's clues from a different prompt. This is a movie about a what did you describe him as? A trust fund ninja eating burned food.
Oh yeah. What?
I just changed the pun. I just changed the prompt a little bit.
Sinjo?
Sinjo?
Isn't Shinjo a movie about like a fancy samurai?
I think Batman is the obvious answer to the trust fund baby ninja.
The
at
trust
night.
fund ninja. Yep. But only eating burned food. Lightning round.
Yeah.
The Dark Bite.
Oh, I was stuck on Batman, but that's good.
Funny.
And then the final lightning round category. These are horror movies that aren't quite so bad.
Oh.
Did
you
anyone
went
have
with
anything for this?
The happy horror movies we're going for?
Yeah,
Man, I
yeah,
wrote a
happy
bunch
horror.
for the animated. I wrote a bunch for the animated sequence.
Shh. We're saving that for the final round.
Oh geez.
Surprise.
Oh
Okay.
geez, sorry. I've got one for the happy horror movies.
What you got?
It's a story about getting married in a well that leads to everlasting love and very wet hair.
The engagement ring? The wedding ring?
Because I didn't think we were going to be guessing these. Mine was just, and this is a horrible pun, but it was just the ring, marriage is forever.
Those are some of the best ones. With a good long subtitle.
Yeah.
You know the movie Orphan?
Yep.
The horror movie. This is about that, except like everyone's running a whole lot, and so they're like feeling better. This is Endorphin.
That's never gonna sell.
You didn't hear the log line. Let me finish.
All right, I got one. It's everybody wakes up one day and world hunger is solved.
28 Days Greater?
No, it's Dawn of the Fed.
Ooh,
Oh
there
my
you go.
god, incredible. That's really good.
I have one where you're going out camping in not quite the mountains, but there's no like plague or monsters or anything, but there are just sort of insect pests. This is The Hills Have Flies. It's like it's happier than,
Yeah, better.
the alternative. It's an improvement.
It's happier than murdering.
Okay, how about John realizes his life is about to be turned upside down when he signs a lease with a crazy new roommate. Lightning round.
Yeah.
Cosine? Signs?
Oh.
Oh man.
My only other one was a couple puts night vision cameras all over their house only to find out that everything's pretty much okay. And this is a movie called Very Normal Activity.
I have one where a bunch of friends, well, a couple of friends, I guess, travel to London for a month for a Shakespeare festival. I don't think that description describes the actual movie.
That just sounds like a trip I want to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's 28 plays later.
Ooh.
Are there any others in this category, or should we move to the final round?
Let me check. Oh, yeah, I got one. I don't have any idea what this movie is about, so I am not going to describe it to you. I'll just tell you it sounds fun. It's American Psyched Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also had Seesaw instead of Saw.
Ooh,
So
that's
a
good.
happy
Yeah, that's
version.
good.
I don't know.
Also still creepy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as bad. It's happier.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the opening sequence to Are You Afraid of the Dark, where they're like in that spooky
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
playground?
Swing
like that.
set swinging, but no one's on it.
Exactly.
Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. This is the final round.
So many nights.
The final round puts contestants up against the ultimate test. One final prompt will be given. Players will take turns listing puns. The player with the best pun gets 250 points.
Big money.
250 points. Can you believe it? So I want to say the prompt and let the people watching throw their answers in before we get into ours. And if they come up with an answer that we already had, then that takes it away from us. So the prompt here is animated movies about historical events.
Okay.
So we'll give the audience a moment to come up with theirs, and if at any time they chime in with any of them, they win 250 points.
Wow.
If they steal one from us. But this is the big one. This is the moment that everyone's been waiting for. We're an hour and 4 minutes into this stream. I say we can be out of here in 10 minutes if we do things right. Animated movies. Chime in at any point. I'll go first. And this one, I guess we can just sort of go around there are no rules. I don't know why this matters. We can all just sort of say things. But Hillary, you were close to it with 500 Days of Bummer, but this is just Kung Fu Pandemic.
The Berlin Wally.
That was the only one I came up with.
The Berlin Wally?
Snooze
Yeah.
you lose.
See, I had Wally Bola Outbreak.
Oh, that's good.
I had Pink Floyd's rock opera, The Wally.
Oh, that's good. I also had, in the same vein, Ratatouille Bola Outbreak. So it is the same joke. I just found a different Pixar movie with
With a long
an
E on the end. With a long
with
E
an
on the end of the
sound,
word.
Yeah. Nick, what you got? Nikki,
I've got a bunch for this one.
give us a couple. Give us a taste.
Yep. So I've got Fantastic Mr. Fox Hill, which is a battle site from the
Yeah, I feel like that's
Korean War. But moving on, I've got Fantastic Mr. Guy Fawkes Day.
I just want you to have a list and it's all the fantastic Mr. Boxing Day.
Yeah. No, I thought about that. I was like, Fantastic Mr. Labor Day. Fantastic Mr. But I had a whole
Flag Day
bunch.
works.
But I've got one that's best described in an image. Sean, can I just send it to you by email?
Yeah.
So I'll move on. You guys can continue with other stuff for now. Sean, I'm going to send you an email.
All right, I got one. I have a prompt that I came up with about an animated movie loosely based on historical events. Can't say for sure whether this really happened. So the answer, the movie I came up with is not about is not animated. But anyway,
You could animate the movie, is your point.
you could, but the clue is related to an animated movie, which is that Aladdin, Prince of Thieves, gets way, way too stoned one night and loses track of his nemesis and has to spend the whole next day looking for him.
Jafar.
Yeah, something about Jafar and maybe Afar.
Jafar.
Can you say it? Can you say it one more time? Hillary?
That
Yeah, I'll
sounds
read it one more
very
time. Aladdin, Prince of Thieves, gets way too stoned one night and loses track of his nemesis and has to spend the whole next day looking for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like searching for Jafar. I don't know.
It's, dude, where's Jafar?
That's
I
good.
was pretty proud of that one.
like
Nick,
that.
Wanted to
Nick,
make
this
sure
is
to
the
get that
one.
one in.
This is Nick's visual.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's
That's an
Is the
animated.
pun just up?
Yeah, it's an animated film that
Details the Hindenburg.
about a historical event.
And the pun is the question mark.
That's right. I had other ones.
Up in flames.
That's good.
It's just inflecting your voice at the end. That's all it is.
I'm almost out, but this is a fun kids animated movie about the Oregon Trail called How to Chain Your Wagon.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is it the best one though by crowd comment voting?
I also had some others.
Yeah,
I don't know
let's
if you guys
hear
are
'em.
I don't know if you guys are Miyazaki fans. I don't know if you watch like Studio Ghibli films at all, but there's a famous film in the decade called Spirited Away, and so I put in Spirited Enola Gay, which is
Yeah.
somewhat. I also this got into the really weird space of all the day films being accessible. So Spirited D-Day worked.
Boxing Day's back on the table.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was just like about the times and how like religion is like becoming less and less favorable, and so I had like spiritual decay as an option. Anyway,
Do you guys remember a couple of years ago when there was that group of boys who got stuck in a cave.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rescuers go plunder.
That's good.
Based on the rescuers down under.
Yep. I like that.
I only have, I think, 3 more, and some of them are the same. But I have chicken running of the bulls. And in that same vein, I have the running of the Incredibles.
All right, I got one that's Shrexit.
Like Brexit.
Like Brexit.
Sean almost did a spit take.
That would actually make a really good 6th Shrek film. Where he closes the borders of the
my
swamp
current leader.
or of Duloc.
Plus, he has like a British accent, so it like makes sense.
Yeah, he's Scottish. That's
Yeah,
definitely
Scottish accent. Yeah.
That was one of the accents I was going to have Jesse do for the voiceovers. But my final offering here, which I don't think is my strongest, it's hard to beat Wall-E Bola Outbreak. But you know, B Movie with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
This is it's like that, only it's about the Boston Tea Party.
Tea Party.
It's just Tea Movie.
Yeah, I thought you were saying.
Yeah, there's nothing more in there. That's my finale.
What about in response to the coronavirus, or America's response to the coronavirus, Un-American Fail?
Ooh, somewhere out there, someone's not wearing a mask.
Somewhere out there, there's a vaccine.
Probably Florida. It's probably Florida.
Safe bet. Actually, I think it's the University of Alabama.
Yeah, they're not doing so hot.
Yeah.
Well, some of them actually have pretty high fevers. So.
That's funny. That's funny.
We could protect ourselves if we were all just slightly more responsible. That's hilarious.
Diarrhea. That's how I protect myself.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Your mom was suggesting.
Bridget Jones's diarrhea. She is a doctor.
That was the greatest.
So I really wish it said Dr. Lisa Hotley. She needs to update that.
That was the greatest.
Before we call this, are there any other just perfect best puns, save the best for last, the moment you've all been waiting for? Because if not, I'm seeing heads shake. If not, then it's time to revisit the Wu-Tang Clan and the Thanksgiving corn maze. Nick's prompt, if I may, is Wu-Tang Clan rapper stars alongside a mysterious faun in this creepy, fantastical film about escaping a Thanksgiving corn maze, written and directed by Guillermo del Toro.
All right, I think I got this one.
Now, if you get it, I just want everyone to know what's going to happen. If you get this, I'm playing the song and we're out. We just celebrate.
All right.
This is the digital version of us carrying you out on our shoulders.
Should I do it?
Yeah,
I
go
think
for it.
Method Man's Labyrinth.
Nick, are we approved?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey!